I know what it's like to spend 4 hours in the middle of the afternoon at a wrestling practice and then come home and have unpaid bills on the table. I know what it's like to want to be able to be there with your kids, helping them, dragging them to every tournament, taking them to all the best competitions, getting them the best coaching, buying them the singlets and the best shoes and all that, and not having the money to do all that, or having to borrow that money from other people, or having to put that money on a credit card, which is a terrible idea nowadays with the way the economy is. It's always been a terrible idea, but it's especially terrible nowadays. I know what that's like. You might be thinking, how do you know what that's like? You're too young to have any kids in wrestling, which is true. My only baby is under a year old, so I have no wrestlers, but I do have brothers involved in the sport, and I've been involved in sports since I was 4 years old. So I know what it's like for my family to want to be so involved in a sport, and not only want to, it's like wrestling has this weird effect of sucking you in. It's not so much a want, it becomes a need. It's a love-hate relationship. I always joke about wrestling and say it's the stupidest sport in the world, because you have this sport that when you're doing it or coaching it, you cannot wait for it to be over. You cannot see the light of day. You know, you just are aching, and you're just hungry, whether you're a participant or a coach or a parent. You just can't wait to see the day when it ends. But when it does end, when you have a break, when you have a couple-month break, or if you're only a winter wrestler, you have the next 9 months off, you're thinking to yourself, during that break, you can't wait for it to start again. It's a love-hate relationship. It's the weirdest thing. I've never experienced it in other sports I've been involved in, but I've experienced it in wrestling. And so I have a passion for wrestling, which is why I've built WrestlingTrainingMedia.com, because it gives me an opportunity to earn some money in the sport that I love. It gives me an opportunity to actually get paid to be involved in the sport of wrestling, and that's exciting to me, and my wife supports that, because now all of a sudden, instead of being like, how can you spend so much time at wrestling when you don't have enough time to spend with the family, or you don't have enough time to get an extra job, or you don't have enough time to build our business, or whatever it is, you don't have enough time to go make the money we need to buy a new car, to fix the house, or to buy a house, or whatever it is. Now she's saying, okay, she's pushing me out there. She's saying, okay, you're earning money with wrestling? Get involved. Blog about it. Spend that time on YouTube watching those videos. It's no longer a waste of time. It's part of your business. It's part of the generation. So I started doing this, and I started realizing that as I built Wrestling Training Media, that there was an opportunity for other people that feel the same way I do, who are involved in the sport of wrestling, to get involved and earn money. Okay? And if you value your freedom, if you value financial freedom, like I do, which means you want to be out of debt, you want to have time to be able to spend at wrestling tournaments with your kids, you want to have time to not only wrestling, but go on family vacations, you want to have the money to do that, you want to be able to pay your bills without getting sick to your stomach, you want to have some security beyond your current job if you do have a job. Some people don't have jobs. A lot of people don't have jobs right now. If you don't have a job and you can't find one, I got thinking about these people. And I'm in that boat. I'm self-employed, and I depend upon my clients paying me in a timely fashion. If my clients don't pay me in a timely fashion, it is like the worst thing in the world. I can't pay my bills. I get behind on my rent. I get behind on my credit card payments. I get behind on my card payments, and then everything is out of whack. And I know you've been there. Everybody, it seems, is in a similar situation. And so out of a desire to create a flow of revenue that I could generate through a niche and through a program that I love, which is the sport of wrestling, but yet also not only justify my time there, but create a residual flow of income, I decided to start building Wrestling Training Media. And that is the one of the purposes of Wrestling Training Media, is to provide a operation for me and my family, and to also provide that for other wrestlers that are that think like me. And so if you're sitting there listening to this and thinking, I'm in that boat, the boat of I need more money, the boat of my job doesn't pay enough, the boat of I could lose my job any day, or the boat of I lost my job and now I don't know what to do, I can't find a new one, or the boat of I spend so much darn time around wrestling, I wish I could find a way to pay myself for my time there. If you're in that boat, whether you're a coach, a parent, or an athlete, if you're over 18, I want to talk to you, because I have created a way for this to happen. I have created a way for you to earn an additional revenue by doing what you love, talking about wrestling, being at wrestling, being involved in wrestling, okay? So if this is you, then I want to speak with you. Put your name and email address in the form below, and I will contact you personally and talk with you about this business opportunity, okay? This is a legitimate business opportunity, and if any of the things I've said spoke true to you, I hope you'll take the effort to contact me by putting your name and email address in the form below, so that I know, okay, call this guy up. He's serious about building a financial future and would love to see if he could do part of it or all of it around the sport of wrestling. Give me a call or put your name and number in the form below, and we'll talk then.